Hi, welcome to Chamber Chatter. I'm Janelle Best, the Executive Director.
And I'm Christy Kerr, your Member Relations Coordinator.
For the Clarkston Area Chamber of Commerce.
Today we'll be discussing the winner of the Lightbulb Moment of the Month for the month of February, Business Spotlight, and new we have a Now Hiring segment and other upcoming events.
So our Lightbulb Moment of the Month, what is this? This is an opportunity for the Chamber to showcase our members that have taken an action to be more sustainable, save money, or help the community in some way. Our Lightbulb Moment winners receive additional recognition for the month of their win. And this year, we want to highlight this month we want to highlight Wendy Pinter's efforts.
So this month's winner is Wendy Pinter from 9 Short Months, and she is joining us today along with her assistant.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
So can you tell us a little bit about why you were chosen to be our Member of the Month?
This month we started something new called the Community Prenatal. And this is an event where it's open to the public and they can come in and actually receive free prenatal care.
Oh, wow.
That's fantastic. So I believe you've already had one of these sessions.
Correct.
Can you tell us a little bit about how it went and some different feedback that you received?
Yeah, so this event was started because I actually have, we run a home birth practice, and I had 3 patients in a row come in, and they all said that they felt like they were the only person their age giving birth. And they also further said it felt like they were the only person that they knew that were going to be giving birth at home. So after the 3rd person came in, I was like, I need to do something about this. So I decided to plan this event where all of them could come at the same time and meet each other while still getting their prenatal care. And I thought, why not open it to the public? Mm-hmm. There has to be other people that feel this way. And since it's already being funded by my patients that are paying, why not do it for free?
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, that is fantastic, and we're so great to hear that you're able to offer something like this to the community.
How many people did you have at your first meeting?
At our first meeting, we had 4 expecting women there, mm-hmm. and some of them brought their partners too.
Awesome.
Something that is a great need in the community is that people get started in their pregnancies without actually having insurance. Oh. And the process to get that going is quite a hardship for many women. Mm-hmm. So we really wanted to be able to fill the gaps. You know, while they're deciding what they're doing, we want to make sure that they're still getting that much needed prenatal care. Mm-hmm. And during this event, we set up stations. So one of the first things they would do is come into the door, they received their chart, and they received a paper, like a cardboard paper chart that they are able to take home with them. So they have the information about what happened. So the first station that we set up, maybe they had a choice to go to different ones, but they might go to get their blood pressure taken in mm-hmm. one station. And there would be someone to help them and let them know what the numbers meant. Mm-hmm. And then they would go and take their weight, and they would record that themselves, and somebody there to kind of help them with that. Then they would go to the station where we would measure their uterus and listen to the baby's heartbeat, and we would let them know which way their baby was facing.
That's awesome. So cool. I love that it was interactive like that.
Mm-hmm. What was nice is that the women were able to learn about how these numbers affected them. Mm-hmm. And yes. Not all the women that came were part of our practice, so that was great. They were saying that sometimes their doctor's appointment is very short and they don't know actually what happened by the time they walked out the door.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it was nice, and we enjoyed it so much that we set up another one.
Oh, great.
Awesome. And so when could we expect to see this next session?
The next one is going to take place on March 9th at 5 o'clock p.m. Mm-hmm. And we actually chose a topic of discussion because that's the best part of the community prenatal, is sitting together, having snacks, and then talking and asking questions about things that they might be wondering about. And they wanted to do a session about comfort measures during labor and birth. Mm-hmm. So we are going to go over that this next session.
Are these sessions held at your office?
They're at my office, which is above the Clarkston News Building at 5.5 South Main.
That's
all the way
fun
up the
address.
stairs and down the hall.
Awesome. Very cool.
We also are offering support groups for pre and post-natal women. That is going to be starting this Thursday night at 5:00 p.m.
Great.
So all women are invited to attend that if they've just given birth, which will be a great source of support. A lot of women feel isolated, so we want to invite that. And if they're pregnant also, this won't be a prenatal, but it will be something where they can come and ask questions and get support from other women who are going through it or have just been through it.
Yeah, that's definitely a need for that, I think. So.
This is what I found, just asking a few questions. I found that was actually a huge gap in the care that I gave to my patients. They all were saying that after the baby was born, they felt like they were just dropped off a cliff, and I felt like this was a way to maybe fix that.
Well, that is awesome. Thank you so much for filling that gap and taking the time to listen to your patients and their needs. And it's definitely a great way to give back to the community. So let me see. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us about your business and specifically what you do and what you're able to offer?
Well, for those that don't know, we're a home birth practice. We primarily just attend women that are planning on giving birth at home. And a lot of them give birth in the water. So this is one of our specialties, doing water birth, and you're not really going to be able to find any place around that does that. So if that's something that people want to do, we are your place for that. And the other thing, new service, it's not really new to us, but we haven't had until recently the staffing to support it. We also offer doulas, which people can hire to go to the hospital with them and act as a patient advocate. So we have 6 doulas that work in our office, and not only do they provide the care in the hospital, but they also will do postpartum for women that need that too, which includes daytime help and overnights.
Wow, that's awesome, because you don't really necessarily hear that term very often, but I feel like it's something that you're hearing more and more of. So
it's very
good.
popular.
Yes, and it's good that you're able to be here today to explain that. So if people don't really have a good understanding of it, now they do, hopefully. So they can reach you via our chamber website. Your information is on our membership listing, and I want to congratulate you again for your win for the month of February, and we look forward to hearing more about what's to come.
Thank you so much for your support.
And thanks again for coming on today. Up next is our Business Spotlight with Brandon Gentili. This is something new that we're adding to Chamber Chatter, and at this time I would like to introduce Brandon to talk a little bit about what this Business Spotlight section is going to be. Welcome, Brandon.
Thanks, girls. Yeah, thank you for having me. It's something I know we've talked about for a little over a year, and we just didn't have, with all the free time we have, we didn't have enough time to implement it yet, but we're really excited to do it. It's going to be, like I said, a business spotlight. We really want to put faces behind the names. We talked about this a lot, but we're going to put faces behind the names of all the businesses out there. We know a lot of the brands, and we never really get to see the people behind that business, and there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go into all that. We want to put the face behind the name and make it a personal experience. And I grew up in Clarkston my entire life, and I'm part of the chamber now for a few years, and I'm still meeting people and still learning about businesses that I had no idea existed. And I think that with social media and all the stuff we have going nowadays, there's no better time to get the businesses out there and to grow the chamber and grow the youth in the chamber than things like YouTube and Snapchat, Instagram, and all the social media we have out there at our disposal, to use that and to help businesses grow, buying local, and really helping the community.
So you guys do a lot on social media. You're very active, and you have a lot of knowledge about kind of brand awareness. So what is something you would suggest to some people who you don't really get to see their face often? How would you recommend that they do a little better job of getting themselves out there?
Yeah, that's a great question. Long form, there's different forms of content. You have short form, or they call it short tail, long form, long tail content. And things like YouTube or longer form, they're kind of a hub for videos and things, or longer form videos that can stay there forever. And it's nice to have that and build up that brand and that presence in a town where, I mean, quite honestly, most businesses, you go to, I'd say 95% of businesses, they don't have their social media set up, the YouTube channel's not there, they're not putting out content all the time. And people, I mean, being in the chamber, we see it all the time. You're there to get exposure and help grow your business, and that's great, and we love that, but it's only effective if you're there, right? I mean, it's only effective if Janelle's there, Christy's there, and Brandon's there, or whatever the owner is. And to be able to do things, we're doing stuff right now, we're doing stuff live, and we can then put that into YouTube, we can then put that into an archive, and people can see it, they're 3 in the morning, they're seeing something, and you're asleep. So it's really, it's multiplying your exposure, it's exponentially growing and getting views, and really leveraging the technology we have that you can't just do by yourself. There's only so many hours in a day. So that's where I think that if people are taking that long form approach and getting their content out, because there's a lot of things. One of my favorite mentors is Robert Kiyosaki, and he talked about a guy that he knew that had like an incense shop, and he was really struggling to get sales, and he was really like, how can I get sales? How can I do more? And he knew everything about incense and scents, whatever it was, with smells and potions and lotions and all these different things. And he's like, well, do it once, And what he meant was, do it once, record it, get all your knowledge out onto an audio recording, a podcast, YouTube, whatever it is, and get it out there, and then you can leverage yourself, and his sales exploded. So things like that, where you're getting the business out there and you're leveraging the technology that we have in order to grow your business, and you're not just utilizing the decades old, hey, I'm just going to go shake hands and kiss babies. That's wonderful. I mean, you still have to do that too, but leverage the technology we have now. And we have kids doing it all the time on Snapchat and the Instagram and the Twitters, but why can't businesses do that? I mean, there's a great book out there, marketers ruin everything, right? I might be butchering it a little bit, but marketers ruin everything, right? Because they get a hold of it and then they ruin it. Like Twitter, all these things started out as like, hey, we're gonna have fun with it. And then Facebook, they didn't have ads on there. Now they have ads. In the last couple of years, they have ads. They started doing that. So now you see ads every 5th post or whatever it is. Well, that was never the case before. So marketers eventually find again, Gary Vaynerchuk is one of my favorite guys. He talks a lot about attention arbitrage. It's where are people's attention at? So you have to be in front of where their eyes are. And Facebook, that's where everyone's eyes are right now. Really, like the whole population as a whole. You can get into different segments of the population, but as a whole, it's all on Facebook. You have 1.7 billion users, and you have to be there. If you're not there as a business, you might be fine right now, but it's going to be tough in the future.
Yes. So with these business spotlights, you plan to help them gain that leverage.
Yes.
And feature. Do you want to explain a little bit about that? Like what you plan to feature, why you think it's important?
Yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do here is, we're going to start probably somewhat slow, and then we're going to hopefully build as time goes on. And we're going to be interviewing business owners. So we'll have business owners sit down, and it's going to be about that business and their life, basically, and what they do as a business, but also, how do they get into business? Why, what are they doing this for? What's their why? What's their purpose? What's driving them? What's their family? Is their family involved? What's the history of the business? And obviously the day-to-day and what they do, but really getting a feel for what these business owners are going through, what they went through, their stories. That's the biggest thing, getting that out and leveraging that.
Yeah.
So.
And I think you also mentioned something along the lines of the youth of these business owners and these entrepreneurs that are kind of just getting their start, and how we want to make sure that they know the chamber is there as a resource, but also kind of break down those stereotypes and those walls of the chamber is young professionals like you, like yourself.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's the one big thing, guys. I mean, the leadership of the chamber is young. I mean, we have great girls leading it. We have, Tim Martin's the president. Great leadership that, not everyone is 60, 70 years old, and we love them too. We love everybody, right? But it's it's the youth is there, and we're seeing a big change because of baby boomers and a big demographic shift. We're seeing a lot of that youth movement come, and we really want to help spotlight not only the existing businesses, but also some of the up and coming ones that we might not know about, and getting them involved in the chamber, because when everyone's involved, then we all win. So it's really the best thing that we can do.
And I think it's great because these platforms are ever changing, and to make sure that we have somebody out there like yourself, and we're able to promote these videos through Chamber Chatter. So we'll be doing that. Yes. Hopefully on our next episode, we will have a business spotlight to air featuring Brandon and one of our chamber member businesses. And today, I believe we have a spotlight that we'd actually like to share from Picasso's Grapevine.
Yep.
This has really been a labor of love, absolutely. You've done the dinner, you've done the, the movies out, but this is something new. Kind of get together, create something, and enjoy your time together. I've been doing this now for about 2.5 years here at the store. I started out 6 months mobile at the beginning just to kind of get my feet wet, so roughly about 3 years almost. We started out just as a paint and wine company, and we have now branched out into different crafts and arts. So we're adding in the palette with sign classes. We now do wine class Wednesday. We're going to be running some craft classes through Christmas, so Christmas crafting. So, it's really kind of broadening into a creative hub for people to get together and enjoy friendship and creativity at the same time. Our goal here is to bring art to the community and really give the folks here an opportunity to get out, enjoy each other, hang out, have a good time, and create something at the same time. You've done the let's go out, get a drink, let's go to dinner, and that's kind of been done over and over. So this is something new, and it's fun.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Jerzakowski, and here are our featured jobs from the Now Hiring section. Camp Bow Wow Clarkston is looking for an experienced dog groomer who is patient, reliable, and has a love for dogs. The ideal candidate is patient and gentle and communicates well with both pets and their owners. A professional and dependable team player is a must. Please submit a resume and references to Kathy Ludwig at kathy.ludwig@campbowwow.com. Ready Mixed Concrete is a concrete company seeking a dispatcher with no experience required. The individual must be organized, with a superior communication skill, and familiar with various Microsoft Office programs like Excel. Job duties include answering phones and scheduling trucks and orders. Please contact Kenneth Clark at 248-640-7642. And finally, Huntington Bank is seeking a relationship banker for their walk-in customers. This individual is responsible for building customer relationships by recommending the appropriate services to fit a client's individual needs. They will also process customer transactions when needed and exemplify excellence in customer service. Comfort with technology, cash handling skills, and 1 year in a financial or goal-oriented retail sales position are preferred. Please contact Anita Fishman at 248-620-7561. To see who else is hiring in the Clarkston community, make sure to check out our website, clarkston.org, for the most recent job postings. Just another benefit of your chamber membership is the ability to share your job openings with thousands of people. Call the chamber office for more details.
At this time, Christy and I would like to share with you some upcoming events. One of those upcoming events is our Spring Expo, which is known as our Body, Mind, Green Expo. This will be our 5th annual Expo. It's going to be held on March 30th at Clarkston High School from 5:30 until 8 p.m. This Expo will feature live demonstrations that will include water quality preservation, cardio drumming, cooking, gardening, free health screenings, vision screenings, and more. Oakland County Sheriff's Department and Independence Township Fire Department will also have staff on site for a meet and greet. I also want to mention that HAP will be on site doing a cooking demonstration as well, but we'll also have food trucks there. So Christy, can you share a little bit about the food trucks that are going to be on site, or food trucks?
So the food truck on site that we're featuring is Nosh Pit Detroit. They feature a lot of vegan items on their menu, and it goes right along with the theme of the expo, which is Body, Mind, Green, so everything to do with health, wellness, and your environment. So if you're interested in that type of food, definitely come out and check them out. And St. Joseph Mercy Oakland is our presenting sponsor for this event, and we're going to talk a little bit about our goals for the event and why you should attend the expo. So I know that one of our goals is to increase our crowd. We have a great quality crowd that already comes in, so our businesses definitely see a lot of people coming to their booths, but I know we want to get a lot more of the community involvement to make sure that everybody knows how many businesses we have in this area who are dedicated to health, wellness, and the environment.
Yes. You can expect to see when you come to Expo a whole variety of businesses, and you can see anything from fitness to holistic health and wellness to construction to energy efficient light bulbs, healthcare. Basically, it's a whole gamut of things that we want our community to know are available right here in the Clarkston area. So,
yeah. And for those of you who don't know what an expo is, it's an opportunity for you to visit a variety of businesses without actually having to visit their business physically. So to come to this event and see 40 plus businesses in one spot, you can get a lot of information, ask a lot of questions with very little commitment. So it is free admission. There's a lot to learn, a lot of education available. We have live demonstrations going on every 15 minutes throughout the event. So it's really high energy, it's a lot of fun, and it's a good thing to do during the week. Bring the family out and just enjoy a night out in Clarkston.
Definitely. There's going to be free prizes. We'll have a DJ on site with lots of fun, energizing music. So as Christy mentioned, it's a great opportunity to come out, meet a lot of the businesses in the community, and to learn something new and have some fun.
And it's a nice launch to spring because we know everybody's been cooped up for a long time, so it's a good opportunity to just get out of the house. So come out and join us, and you'll have a lot of fun with it.
Yep. And speaking of spring, we are actually, spring we kind of refer to as the ribbon cutting season at the Chamber of Commerce. So we want to touch a little bit on ribbon cuttings, how and why they're important for your business, and when you would want to do one. So Christy, can you help us answer some of those questions?
Yeah, so we were lucky enough to host a ribbon cutting in February that we got to do outside because it was really nice. So being spring and all, everybody likes to be out there in the sunshine. So we've done a few already this year, and one of the reasons you might want to have a ribbon cutting is because you're opening a business. So if you're doing a grand opening, it's so important to contact the Chamber. There are so many opportunities within this community that we can help you increase your visibility and things like that. And a ribbon cutting is a great way to do that. We have a lot of promotion available ahead of time, getting the word out, making sure that Oakland County has representatives there. And of course, Independence TV will be there to do a little spotlight for you guys and put together a nice little video to share with your visitors.
And really, this is an opportunity for you to spotlight your business, what you're doing, and to showcase your great office space and to gain you that extra visibility of maybe it be your new location, a remodel, an anniversary, those types of things. So if you're interested or you think, hey, I might fit into that category, please contact the Chamber. Again, spring is our ribbon cutting season, so we fill up fast. We like to at least make sure that we have 6 to 8 weeks to promote in advance, but the Chamber should be your first call. So, Christy was mentioning we just did a ribbon cutting the other evening, and Independence TV does come out to cover these ribbon cuttings. So we have a few videos that we're actually going to close with today, and we look forward to seeing you next month on Chamber Chatter. We're so happy to be here today to welcome Liberty Way to the Clarkston area. I found out today that you guys have 2 other office locations, one in Lake Orion and one in Goodrich, and now here in Clarkston, and we couldn't be happier to have you here. I just want to wish you the most success possible, and we want to also welcome you to the Clarkston Area Chamber of Commerce. We have nearly 600 members, and several of them are out here supporting you this evening. So thank you all for being here today to wish James and Liberty Way success in the Clarkston area. At this time, I'm going to hand it over to James to say a few words.
I want to thank everyone for coming out and showing the support. It's just been overwhelming. So I do appreciate everyone coming out, and hopefully we'll be here for many, many years.
I will count, and on the count of 3, go ahead and cut the ribbon. But what we also like to do is we like to get a nice, excited, hip hip hooray photo. So as soon as the ribbon starts falling, I want everybody to kind of give their cheer, woo!
Oh, you got that.
All right, we got that. Is everybody on board with that, right? Okay, so on the count of 3, woo, and then hold it for like 2 seconds. Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, cut the ribbon. Good evening, everybody. I'm Janelle Best, the Executive Director for the Clarkston Area Chamber of Commerce. Thank you all for joining us today to celebrate the ribbon cutting ceremony for Capital Title Insurance Agency. We are super excited to have you guys here in the Clarkston area. You have a beautiful, beautiful office space, and we're happy to help you kind of celebrate the opening. So thank you so much for being here today. You guys, this is a great location, and again, beautiful office space. We look forward to doing business with you in 2017. I know many chamber members here are also looking forward to doing business with you in 2017. And at this time, I'm gonna hand it over to Tom.
Well, thank you very much, Janelle. We greatly appreciate this overwhelming response from the Chamber, and we look forward to our continued growth in Northern Oakland County, and we're really excited about our location and being part of the Chamber as well. So we also welcome all of you to stay afterwards. As you saw, we have plenty of food and drinks, so please hang out for a while afterwards and mingle.
What we're gonna do is cut the ribbon, and once the ribbon is cut, I'd like to do kind of a hip hip hooray photo. So I love it when everybody kind of gets really excited and throws their hands up in the air and smiles really, really big.
Do we all jump at the same time?
Yes!
And kick our feet up?
Yes!
Jump with scissors in your hand.
Every ribbon cutting needs to be like that, because we are so excited about you doing business here in Clarkston.
Oh, we are too.
On the count of 3, cut the ribbon, and then we'll do a woohoo photo, all right? All right. 1, 2, 3. Woo! All right, congratulations, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Janelle. Appreciate it.